I'm Linda Painan, and this is my 2025 story. For most of the past decade, you knew me as the woman who built the Expatriate Center, a home for thousands of expat families navigating life in China. But this year, I stopped seeing myself as just a community organizer. I started seeing myself as what I've always been, a cultural translator. Because I realized something. The world had changed. China had changed. And what both sides need most isn't more experts who speak one language. We need bridge builders who speak more than two. 2025 was the year everything accelerated. Expats weren't just asking, how do I survive here? They were asking, how do I thrive? How do I contribute? Chinese companies weren't just asking, how do we manufacture? They were asking, how do we go global? How do we build trust overseas? So I made a choice. I moved from building a community to creating a global economy. That's how GEN, the Global Economic Network, was born. On September 19th, we launched GEN inside the Shanghai Tower. Our mission? Help Chinese companies go global. 10 days later, I stood on stage at the UN 80th anniversary seminar here in Shanghai. I looked out at diplomats, CEOs, and saw leaders from dozens of countries. And I thought to myself, this is what soft power looks like. You can't bring the world into one room with money alone. You need decades of credibility. You need people who understand both cultures, both languages, both dreams. And that's what Shanghai has become. Not just a financial hub, but a global meeting point. Here's what I've learned after 30 years in Shanghai. You don't need to become Chinese to contribute to China. You need to become curious. Curious enough to listen, humble enough to learn, and brave enough to stay. I came to Shanghai 30 years ago as a stranger. I stayed as a business. Today I stand here as a bridge.
This is CGTN Radio. Hear the difference.